The Harbor Club came about when we started a charity 15 years ago called Toys for Kids. Dave Henderson and I were sitting in a local place in Pioneer Square one day after a ball game, and I saw a report on television about the homeless situation in Seattle. Well over 8,000 people homeless that they could count in Seattle. And that really kind of stirred me. And I looked at Hendu and I said, Dave, I said, if there's 8,000 homeless people here in King County that they can count, I said, where are the kids? Where are the kids of these homeless people? He says, I don't know. That's a good question. I said, I've always wanted to do something. Why don't we find out where these kids are and buy them toys at Christmas time? This was late September, late during the season, 15 years ago. And I said, you want to do this? Let's call up the guys. At the time, Edgar Martinez was still playing, and Jay Buhner, and Dan Wilson, and Norm Charlton, and Dave Valley. So we called up all the guys. There were 12 of us. And we pooled our own money together. John Olerud later got involved, and Jamie Moyer, and Matty Sinatro, and Johnny Moses, and Paul Sorrento. And we got a group of 12 of us, and we formed this charity. We named it Toys for Kids, for lack of a better term, because I was at the bank and we were depositing the money that we had collected at this dinner that we went to. And the teller said, well, what do you want to name your account? I go, I don't know. She goes, well, what's it for? I said, we're going to buy Toys for Kids. She goes, how about that? I go, okay. So for the last 15 years, it's been Toys for Kids. So we started this charity. We did it on our own. And every year we raised our own money. We worked with 3 different agencies. Harborview Medical Center has a kid for homeless kids and underprivileged children at Christmas time. We bought them all their toys. The Broadview Women's Shelter, and usually they have about 35 moms over there with about 60 or so kids. We bought all their toys. And also the First Avenue Service Center, which is a homeless shelter in downtown Seattle. But we started to grow. We started to raise more money, and we started to bring in more homeless agencies to buy toys for. But then the RBI Club got involved. And Bill King did an amazing job for us. He was a member of the RBI Club. And the RBI, Virg Fazio was the first guy to contact me, and he called me up, and he says, Rick, tell me a little bit about this charity that you guys have. And we were raising about maybe $25,000 at the time amongst ourselves, the players and myself. And so I explained to him what we did. We buy toys for homeless kids at Christmas time. He says, well, every year we have a dinner at Christmas time and during the holidays, and we donate to different charities, around the area. So we'd like to have a dinner this year and give you the money. And I went, wow, that would be great. So that's how we got involved with the RBI Club, through Virg Fazio and Bill King. And then it started to grow with the RBI Club. We had the dinner in the Diamond Club one year. Then we had the dinner and an auction where you have the baseball memorabilia and stuff and trips and things like that, and neat little items, as silent auction and live auction items. Then we had on the terrace level, we outgrew that. Then Bill King had a great idea. He says, let's take this to a great venue. And he was the first one to mention the Harbor Club. So we went to the Seattle Harbor Club, never thinking that we'd have someplace that nice, that great to have our little dinner and auction to raise money for our Toys for Kids charity so we could buy these kids their toys at Christmas time. But Bill King got in touch with the Harbor Club through Tom Goodnow. Tom, you're a saint. I love you, buddy. And we had our first one at the Seattle Harbor Club about maybe 6 or 7 years ago. We had another one in Seattle. Then we moved it over to the Bellevue Harbor Club, and it has been unbelievable. Just absolutely unbelievable what Tom Goodnow and Otto and all the ladies have done over there for us. So we've gone basically from starting with $18,000 15 years ago, working with 3 agencies and buying toys for about 500 kids. Now, 15 years later, working with 16 different homeless agencies and raising about $140,000 and buying toys for over 5,000 homeless kids in hospitals, and underprivileged children. And we couldn't have done it without the Bellevue Harbor Club, Tom Goodnow, his entire staff, the people that Tom has gotten involved through the Harbor Club. Many of the members and businesses of the Harbor Club come to our event in November where we raise the money. So I can't thank Tom, the Bellevue Harbor Club, enough for what they've done for us so we could do so much for these kids. You guys are awesome. Tom Goodnow and the Harbor Club, happy 50th anniversary. I tell you what, you folks have been so unbelievable to us. Thank you so much for what you do for us, for the Mariner players who put on Toys for Kids, and the RBI Club, that we can buy all these toys for the homeless kids and the needy children at Christmas time. Tom Goodnow, thank you. Happy anniversary, buddy. Appreciate it.